Today we are talking about Trim Healthy Mama for Dummies. So thanks for joining me today, friends. I am so excited to do this particular video because as many of you have been following me, I have lost almost 87 pounds. And most of that has been because of a program I've been following called Trim Healthy Mama. It is a wonderful diet that I have found over the last couple of years that has really helped me to focus on eating more healthy, focusing on longevity, and getting the weight off. Now, I have tried so many different diets since I have been on this weight loss journey or search or whatever you want to call it over the last 20 years. And as I've gotten older, it's just gotten a lot harder to lose weight. I'm 66 years old. I'll be 67 in November. I have lost just short of 87 pounds. And I just want to thank Trim Healthy Mama program because this has been a program I've been able to stick with. So I've basically lost over 40 pounds a year. So it's not been a super fast weight loss, but I also have not been real legalistic about it either. If I go to a party, I kind of cheat for the day. I get right back on the program. If I'm out to dinner, I try to follow it the best I can, but I don't beat myself up when I fail. So I think now this is just a way of life. And I want to debunk the program and make it really simple because I have had several subscribers write to me and say, could you do a video on this Trim Healthy Mama? It seems confusing. You know what? We're going to talk about it today and we're going to make it very, very simple. So what I really love about Trim Healthy Mama is it's a program that helps you really control your blood sugar. You don't have to count calories. Now I do just because I'm also doing strength training, but you don't have to count calories. Controls your blood sugar. It helps curb your carbohydrates. But the biggest thing is, I don't know how this thing works, but it really does control your hunger. So I don't know. I feel satisfied most of the time. I'd say like 90% of the time, I'm really not hungry if I follow this program like I should, and I really try to. So the first thing to know about this program is that they have found a way to look at separating what you eat as far as fats versus carbs in a meal. So it isn't that you can't have fats and carbs. You just aren't supposed to eat a lot of them together. So I'm going to break down the two main types of meals that they have. One is called an E meal and the other is called an S meal. Now this is important because they're completely different things that are doing completely different things to your system. So an E meal stands for energizing. And what you want to think about that is, what are the things that primarily give you energy? What does a runner do before he's ready to go out on a run? He eats carbs. So an energizing meal is going to be more high in carbs because you're going to burn that energy faster. The difference with Trim Healthy Mama is you're not going to have a big bowl of pasta. You're going to get more of your carbs really from vegetables, fruits, more of the healthy types of things that you can be eating. Maybe some brown rice, some sweet potatoes. So let me give you some ideas of some carbohydrate-based meals, which are the E meals on Trim Healthy Mama. So an example of a breakfast E meal on Trim Healthy Mama would be oatmeal with berries and egg whites. You're going to have a little bit of protein. You'll have carbohydrates. You have very little fat. So in that particular meal, you're focusing on higher carbs with protein because you have protein at every meal and every snack. That's really what I think keeps you satiated. But the goal is to have carbohydrates at one meal, more fats at another. An example of a healthy lunch of an e-meal might be brown rice with maybe grilled chicken and some vegetables. Now that's a really yummy lunch. And I've had it many times. It's very good. An e-meal dinner might be a delicious sweet potato. Now you could bake it, you could put it in the air fryer and do sweet potato fries. I mean, you could do almost anything with a sweet potato. They're so good. And maybe have that with some lean turkey. Maybe make some turkey patties and some sweet potato fries. I mean, there's lots you could do with that. And so that's kind of the idea behind the e-meal. It's higher carbs, lower fats with a lean protein. Now let's talk about the S meals. An S meal is more what they refer to as a satisfying meal. So what you're going to focus on with that is higher fat. Now, fat is one of those things that's going to make you feel full. So I actually eat a lot more S meals than I do E meals. Now, I eat a lot of vegetables because I garden, I have fruit trees, I have all kinds of stuff. But I really like the S meals, especially for dinner. When I know I'm going to be more hungry and craving food, I'm kind of a night eater anyway. I can go light in the morning, lunch, but dinner I'm always hungry. So I try to stick with S meals, and let me give you an example of what an S meal is. So an S meal is going to be higher fat, it's going to be a lean protein, it's going to be non-starchy vegetables, and then you're going to have your fats. So these are some examples of some really good S meals. So for breakfast, you might want to have eggs cooked in butter. You're definitely having more fat with your lean protein, very little in the way of carbs. For lunch, you might have a bunless bacon cheeseburger with a salad. Now, I don't know about you, but I love the protein style burgers at In-N-Out. You can have a protein style cheeseburger with a salad, and that is considered an S meal on Trim Healthy Mama. Oh, we're going to In-N-Out. That's an S meal. So for dinner, maybe some salmon with some broccoli and olive oil. Salmon, oh my gosh, another delicious dinner. But you get what I'm saying. If you purchase or you can look online, there's tons of recipes online you can look at for free. But if you want to get the cookbooks, they have all kinds of recipes for S and E meals. And it just makes it so simple to figure out, like breakfast, lunch, dinner. Now we're going to talk fuel pulls, which are the snacks. Now, if you are really hungry and you've had your meal and you're just, you're kind of struggling on Trim Healthy Mama, you know what? They have something called a fuel pull. A fuel pull is basically low carbs, low fats, but lean protein. So some examples of this might be having like a grilled chicken breast, maybe an egg white scramble, or cottage cheese with berries, which is something I actually add to every single one of my dinners. It just, not only does it taste like a dessert, it's really delicious. Now, I usually add sugar-free Jell-O to mine, but I just love cottage cheese with some kind of a berry. This is a list of some healthy proteins that you can have on Trim Healthy Mama. And these are a list of some of the carbs that you can have on Trim Healthy Mama. And these are some healthy fats. Now, I'm going to list the starter book in my description. If you are interested in starting the Trim Healthy Mama program, I mean, I can tell you from my own experience, this is a great program. And it's not a fly-by-night, something where you're going to, lose 20 pounds and then gain it all back. Of course you could. But really, I think the thing that has helped me the most about this program is that it's taught me how to eat. If you look at some of my past videos on how I'm now swapping foods at the grocery stores, the types of things I think about when I'm out and about in the world, and Trim Healthy Mama is like right there in front of me, and I don't have access to my own cooking, it works. It has changed the way I think about food. And I wish I would have figured this out when I was younger, because I don't like having to get to this age and now I'm trying to lose all this weight. And in all honesty, I don't even know how this happened. It just creeped up year after year, and COVID did not help me at all. I had a lot of fears through COVID and I overate a lot. That's one of the things I did. I stayed in the house and cooked and made pies and cookies and all kinds of junk food. And I don't think like that anymore. I don't focus on food. I try to focus on activities and things like that. But I am going to link the starter book. If you're interested in trying this program, you don't have to start with the cookbooks. You can get the starter book. It has 50 of their most popular recipes. And I'm talking lasagna, pizza, meatloaf, like really yummy recipes that I eat all the time. And I don't feel like I'm being cheated anymore. So I hope this video helped you. I hope that it inspired you in some way. Perhaps this isn't the diet for you. Maybe you're happy to try something else, but this diet has worked for me. And my goal is to continue losing till I get down to my healthy weight. I'm thinking maybe another 35 pounds and I'm gonna be there. And I do wanna share a really fun, win that I had over this last weekend. I went to a super fun hotel with my grandkids. They had big slides and pools and all kinds of stuff. Typically, over the last 5 years, when I've been in a pool, I've worn swim shorts with a long sleeve rash guard. Not because I'm worried about a sunburn, but because I don't want people to see all my fat. This year, I bought a bathing suit. It's a very modest bathing suit, but the shoulders are bare, the legs are bare, the whole thing. It is kind of a swim dress, but it has kind of a pull up the side. You know what? I felt comfortable. I was so comfortable in the pool. Now, yes, I know I'm still overweight, but I'm getting where I want to be. And I know by next year, I'm going to actually feel more comfortable and hopefully be out of the swim dress altogether and just wearing a regular bathing suit. So that was my win for the week. I hope you have lots of wins. Please share them if you do. They're always encouraging to everybody who's on this weight loss journey of their own and trying to think of ideas and things to lose weight. So if you're not a subscriber to my channel, please consider subscribing. Hit that button, hit the like button, hit the share button, ring the bell for future notifications. And of course, we want a thumbs up everywhere if you just take a second to do that. I just want to thank you for watching my videos and supporting my channel. It really means a lot to me. And I will just see you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.